Praise the Lord. For me to come here and stand in front of this altar and give a testimony is a big miracle. I am Elizabeth Dahlia. I am from Bangalore. And I first knew about Kripasanam in the year 2022 through one of my cousin, because he had taken Light the Candle prayer and he got a job. When I got to know about that, I was thinking, Mother Mary is everywhere. Why should I come here and pray? What is the need? And it just left my mind. After that, never again Kripasanam crossed my mind. In the year 2023, two of my sisters came here. One of them took covenant. And then I asked, what is covenant? And my sister said, it's God's promise. But why God's promise? It was so confusing for me to understand, why should I even take covenant, or why should I come here? And it just moved on. And after that, in 2023, July, I went home to visit my mom in Coorg. And I was attending a mass, Sunday mass. And then in that mass, July, Father said that year nobody has come forward to sponsor Mother Mary's feast. And instantly in my mind I felt, why shouldn't my family do this year? Then I looked at my sister and I said, yes, we should sponsor this feast. Let's celebrate Mother Mary's feast. We went home, spoke to my family, everyone agreed. But that day when we decided, I did not have any money with me. But then, okay, I pledged my gold, arranged cash, everything settled. And then September 8th is Mother Mary's feast. September 7th, me and my sisters, we were talking, and she gave me Kripasanam letter. She said, read this, there is a lot of testimony. That was the first time I'm getting a letter in my hand. But then I did not know what I should read, but I said, okay, fine, now it's in my hand, let me read the paper and understand what is covenant. As I was reading, and I just instantly decided, I should start a Light the Candle prayer. Okay, fine. From September 8th, I said, okay, tomorrow is Mother Mary's feast. I will start the prayer. And then I started Light the Candle prayer. Trust me, ever since then until now, I have never stopped getting up at 5:30 and praying, because for me, getting up in the morning is a big thing, because I work at night shift. I work quite late in the office. I come back home only at 2:30. So in between all of this, in 2022, when I heard about Kripasanam, I also felt I should start the Light the Candle prayer. Then I went for, my sister said, you should confess. Okay, fine. I went for confession in the year 2022, October. I came back and told my husband I'm going to start the prayer. He said, why should you get up at 5:30? God will listen to your prayers even otherwise. What is the need? I said, okay, fine. Then he said, your health will spoil, because I will come home at 2:30, sleep around 3, get up at 5:30. It's not possible. So I dropped the plan. And exactly October 2023, instantly it came to my mind, I should take a covenant. Why did this happen? Because I was going through so many testimony. I did not know how I came across YouTube. I did not know how I kind of started listening to this testimony. Even I asked my sister, do you remember when I started sharing this testimony? I don't know what happened. But all of this happened instantly. In the same year, 2023, when I was thinking about, why covenant and all of that, July 19th was my dad's second-year death anniversary. People had come home, lot of people, relatives. So there was alcohol. I had a lot of alcohol, and I used to drink. So for me, lifestyle in Bangalore, lifestyle is very different. I used to drink. There's no mass, there is no rosary, there is no Sunday church. Rosary was there, but it's there when I need it, but otherwise never thought about prayers. But July 19th evening, I just felt in my mind I should quit alcohol, right? After that, I never drank. Even till date, from July 19th, it's 9 months, I quit alcohol, I don't drink. And I have a lot of peace in my mind. So the time that I decided to take covenant, my mind became totally calm. I'm a person who's very short-tempered. I don't have patience. I would not listen to others. There is no patience to listen to others' sorrows or pain, and I would just ignore them. But ever since I decided to take covenant, my heart totally became light. And when Father here tells in the adoration, there is a new heart God gives. That's when it made sense to me. Yes, God changes your heart to be a better person. And since then, until now, I'm a changed person. And there's a lot of faith that comes to me when I pray. And this is a verse that I got one day, Matthew 17:20, which says, "For truly I tell you, if you have a faith of a mustard seed, you say to a mountain to move from here till there, and it will move, and there is nothing impossible for you." And it just struck my mind, and I stand by the faith even today. And with all of this, I had a lot of healing, and till today my family members don't know what healing I have received. And this is the first time I'm standing here in this altar to say what the physical healing that I received. So in between all of this, in 2022, I went for a regular checkup. It was health checkup that we do. Everything was normal. My fat percentage was high. My cholesterol was high. I had a bit of thyroid. But what struck me was I should take my pap smear test. So I took a pap smear test. To my surprise, I was detected with HPV 16 high risk virus. It's once you get that virus, because your immunity is so low, it turns to be cervical cancer. So that happened, and I was devastated, to be honest, but nothing I told my family other than my husband. Till today, nobody knows about it. So 2022, when I was diagnosed with it, it worried me for a bit, but then I moved on. 2023, when I came to take covenant here, I wrote this as one of my intention for the healing, but I never prayed for it. But I thought, if it's God's will, let me get healed. So October, I took covenant, and then my 3 months was over. I came for my renewal February 9th. And then I just kept it in my covenant that I should be healed for it. So in February, on February 24th, something said I should go get myself checked. So go get it checked. I went. So when I was going, all the while I was holding Mother Mary's medallion with me, and I said, I should be healed. If you are considering to be me your daughter, you heal me. So I finished the test. I was waiting for the test. After 3 days, I got it. And doctor said, there is nothing in your report. And I said, no, it can't be. I was detected with HPV 16 high-risk virus, and I don't know how this could not be. I said, I want to take a retest. So doctor said, we have to do a complete culture test. You have to come back again. I did pap smear. HPV 16, which was detected twice in my report, which I also went for an Ayurvedic treatment, nothing went. After taking covenant, after using the blessed oil, I used to pray, when I used to use the salt before even the test when I took, I used the oil, I took blessed honey with me, and I prayed and I went. The second time I took the report, it says HPV virus not detected. So praise the Lord, I am completely healed right now. That's my biggest testimony that I have to say. And when I came here, I had tonsil stones. The tonsil stones it creates a lot of mouth odor, bad breath. I was very upset with it, and I didn't know what to do. But it kept continuing. Sometimes it's to get 1, sometimes it's 2, sometimes on December 6th, I got 6 stones out of my mouth. I held it with it, and I said 6 Hail Marys. It slowly started reducing. Right now, I don't have that problem at all. I'm completely healed. And sometimes when I lose faith, yes, I get it, but it's very small and tiny, not like the one that I used to get earlier. With all of this, apart from my physical healing, I have been strengthened spiritually. I pray every day. I get up morning, say my apparition prayer. I say rosary, I read Bible every day. Not just that, I never thought my husband would sit with me for prayers. We never used to have family prayers. There were times that I used to pray and he used to be on the phone, no prayers. But then from December 26th, we both started to pray together. And ever since then, until today, we've never missed. And there are times we used to finish all our work and then do prayers or say rosary. And I was just praying, Mother Mary, give him the grace. He should say, let's start the prayer in the first thing. And that exactly what happened. He said, okay, I think first time we should let's start the prayer and then we'll do all the work. And that's continuing till today. And I thank Mother Mary and Jesus for giving me all the faith in my life. Apart from that, in terms of my act of mercy, like I said, I was short-tempered. I would never pray. I would never listen to others. I did not have patience. But then now, I sit and listen. If somebody is crying in front of me, I had mercy towards them. I would sit and listen. I help people a lot. Whenever someone says I am in need of something, I would give that. When I got to know I was ill with this virus, I went to an orphanage. There's about boys' orphanage, about 100 kids. We gave food for them, and never again I will say no when somebody is in need or they need my prayers. I'm able to pray for others, and whenever I pray, I say rosary, I get goosebumps, and I never had that feeling ever in my life. And even with paper, when I get Kripasanam paper from here, first time I gave it only in my church because I was a little shy to give away. I didn't know what to say, how to approach. Next time when I came here, I took the set of papers, I gave it in my parish, and I was happy to give it. I tell about the healings that I received and I give it. And then I go to other parishes and give it. And then along with the papers, I took candles. I took 50 candles. I took 50 medallion. And I started giving it along with the paper. And I took printouts of Kripasanam, Marian apparition prayer. I used to keep it with the paper, candle, a medallion, and then give. And something within me said, why should you take printout? Write it. So I started writing Kripasanam, Marian apparition prayer and giving it to everyone. And wherever I go, I used to carry this paper. Even when I went for a trip, I used to carry it. I used to give it to people. And I think that's the biggest blessings that I've ever received in my life.
എസെക്കിയേൽ പ്രവാചകൻ്റെ പുസ്തകം 36:26 തിരുവചനം ഇപ്രകാരം അരുളി ചെയ്യുന്നു: ഒരു പുതിയ ഹൃദയം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഞാൻ നൽകും, ഒരു പുതു ചൈതന്യം നിങ്ങളിൽ ഞാൻ നിക്ഷേപിക്കും. നിങ്ങളുടെ ശിലാഹൃദയം എടുത്തു മാറ്റി മാംസളമായ ഒരു ഹൃദയം ഞാൻ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നൽകും. എങ്ങനെ ഓരോ മക്കളും ജീവിതത്തിൻ്റെ പല തട്ടുകളിൽ നിന്ന് പരിശുദ്ധ അമ്മയുടെ മടിയിലേക്ക് ഊർന്നിറങ്ങുന്നു, അമ്മ എങ്ങനെ തൻ്റെ തിരുക്കുമാരനെ ഓരോ കുടുംബത്തെയും ഓരോ മക്കളെയും ഏൽപ്പിക്കുന്നു, അങ്ങനെ കുടുംബജീവിതം എങ്ങനെ ഭദ്രമാവുന്നു. ഇതാണ് ഈ സാക്ഷ്യത്തിൻ്റെ കണ്ടൻ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുക. അങ്ങനെ താൻ ഇന്നിവിടെ നിന്ന് സാക്ഷ്യം പറയുമ്പോൾ എലിസബത്ത് ഡാലിയ എന്ന ഈ മകൾ ഒരു തുറന്ന പുസ്തകം പോലെ തന്നെ വെളിപ്പെടുത്തുകയാണ്. കർക്കശക്കാരനായ ഒരു ന്യായാധിപനായിട്ടല്ല ദൈവം നമ്മുടെ മുൻപിൽ ഉള്ളത്, നമ്മോട് പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നത്. വഴിതെറ്റിയതിനെയും നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടതിനെയും മുടന്തുള്ളതിനെയും എല്ലാം ചേർത്തണയ്ക്കുന്ന ഒരു സ്നേഹപിതാവാണ് ദൈവം. തനിക്ക് എന്തൊക്കെ ഫോൾട്ട് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു, എന്നാൽ അതൊക്കെ റെക്കഗ്നൈസ് ചെയ്യുക, അത് തെറ്റ് തിരുത്താനുള്ള ഒരു സന്നദ്ധതയാണ് നമുക്ക് വേണ്ടത്. തെറ്റിൽ തന്നെ കുടുങ്ങിക്കിടക്കുമ്പോഴാണ് നാം നമ്മുടെ ആത്മാവ് നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട വ്യക്തികളായി മാറുക. എന്നാൽ ആ തെറ്റ് തിരുത്തുവാനുള്ള ഒരു സന്നദ്ധത അത് ഓരോ വ്യക്തികൾക്കും ഉണ്ടാകുമ്പോൾ അവരുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ പിന്നീട് അങ്ങോട്ട് പുതിയ ചൈതന്യം കൊണ്ട് നിറയുകയാണ്. അങ്ങനെ താൻ പുതിയ വ്യക്തിയായി തീർന്നു. തനിക്ക് ഇന്ന് അമ്മയുടെ മാധ്യസ്ഥം വഴി ലഭിച്ച കൃപകൾ ഒത്തിരിയാണ്. തൻ്റെ രോഗസൗഖ്യം തന്നെ, ഇമ്മ്യൂണിറ്റി പവർ മൊത്തം നഷ്ടമാവുന്ന HPV എന്ന വൈറസ്, അത് ഈ മകൾക്ക് അതുമൂലം ഉണ്ടാകുന്ന അസ്വസ്ഥതകൾ, അതിൽ നിന്നൊക്കെ കിട്ടിയ രോഗസൗഖ്യം, അമ്മയുടെ മെഡലാണ് ഈ മകള് അതിനു വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നത്. മെഡൽ ഉപയോഗിച്ച് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു, സൗഖ്യം ലഭിക്കുന്നു. ആയുർവേദിക് ട്രീറ്റ്മെൻറ്റൊക്കെ എടുത്തിരുന്നതാണ്. എന്നാൽ ആ ട്രീറ്റ്മെൻറ്റിലൊന്നും സൗഖ്യം കിട്ടിയില്ല. എന്നാൽ അമ്മയുടെ മെഡലുമായിട്ട് ഈ മകൾ ആ മെഡൽ മുറുകെ പിടിച്ച് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു, ഉടമ്പടി നേർച്ച വസ്തുക്കൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നു. അതുപോലെ തൻ്റെ കൂട്ടുകാരെയും തൻ്റെ ഹസ്ബൻഡിനെ പോലും എങ്ങനെ ഇന്ന് ഈ മകൾക്ക് വിശ്വാസത്തിലേക്ക് കൊണ്ടുവരുവാൻ സാധിച്ചു. അതുപോലെ കൂട്ടായ പ്രാർത്ഥന എങ്ങനെ കുടുംബത്തിലുണ്ടായി, തനിക്ക് എങ്ങനെ മറ്റുള്ളവരോട് കരുണ കാണിക്കാൻ സാധിക്കുന്നു, അങ്ങനെ താൻ മറ്റൊരു വ്യക്തിയായി തീർന്നു എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ഇവിടെ ഈ മകള് സാക്ഷ്യം പറയുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാകുന്നത്. അതിന് ലൈറ്റ് എ ക്യാൻഡിൽ പ്രേയർ റിക്വസ്റ്റ്, ഓൺലൈൻ ഉടമ്പടി, ഇങ്ങനെ എല്ലാം ഈ മകള് പ്രാർത്ഥിച്ചു കൊണ്ടിരുന്നു. ഇവിടെ വന്ന തീർത്ഥാടന ഉടമ്പടി പിന്നീടാണ് എടുക്കുന്നത്. ഇന്ന് സാക്ഷ്യം പറയുവാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് പരിശുദ്ധ അമ്മ ജീവനോടെ പ്രത്യക്ഷപ്പെട്ട ഈ അൾത്താരയിൽ കയറി നിന്ന് സാക്ഷ്യം പറയുന്നത് തന്നെ ഒരു അനുഗ്രഹമാണ്. അത് നമുക്ക് മറക്കാതിരിക്കാം. അമ്മ പ്രത്യക്ഷപ്പെട്ട ലൂർദിലും ഫാത്തിമയിലും ഒന്നും പോയി സാക്ഷ്യം പറയുവാൻ നമുക്കാകില്ലെങ്കിലും നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ഈ കൊച്ചു കേരളത്തിലുണ്ട് അമ്മ പ്രത്യക്ഷപ്പെട്ട സ്ഥലം. അത് മറക്കാതിരിക്കാം. നമുക്കും എത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് വന്ന് ഈശോയെ മഹത്വപ്പെടുത്തുന്ന വ്യക്തികളാകാം. കരങ്ങളടിച്ച് നമുക്ക് ഈശോയ്ക്കും അമ്മയ്ക്കും നന്ദി പറയാം. യേശുവേ നന്ദി, യേശുവേ സ്തുതി, യേശുവേ ആരാധന.
അത്യപൂർവ ദൈവാനുഭവങ്ങൾ ഇനി നിങ്ങൾക്കും സ്വന്തം. ഈ യൂട്യൂബ് ചാനൽ ഇതുവരെ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ തന്നെ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക. ഈ വീഡിയോ ഇപ്പോൾ തന്നെ നിങ്ങളുടെ സുഹൃത്തുക്കൾക്ക് ഷെയർ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് കർത്താവിൻ്റെ പ്രേക്ഷിതരാകുക.